we jumped on the maple syrup tapping trend here. Got some taps. Let's take a look. Oh. Got our tap up here, coming down tubing. I bought these 2.5 gallon water totes, water cubes, and I just drilled a hole in the top, and you can see the sap dripping away in there. So this bag was emptied once already, but we tapped, I don't know, we tapped 7 or 8 trees right now. And go take a look down here. There's another one. Nice big maple here. It's dripping away. And then we got a bunch on the other side of the schoolhouse over there we can take a look at too. We got another one over here. And what do we got? We got one on this tree. Wow, that one's actually full. That's gonna overflow. I'll have to empty that tonight. And one over here. That's getting full too. So that's another one we'll probably have to empty tonight. This one's not doing so great. It's a smaller tree though. And another one down here. Other side of that tree. And we got another one up by the playground up here. So we'll collect them all probably tomorrow. Maybe some of them tonight. And then we're gonna begin our boil. So let's go take a look at our setup for that. See if we can get the tapping process on video here. This is a maple tree. One way you can identify it without the leaves is by looking at the branches. When you see the twigs coming off and they're right across from each other along the branches there, that's a real good indication that it's a maple tree. So this is a good size. You want something that's about 10 inches or larger. This one certainly fits that. And you want to find the side that has the most largest roots coming out. Then I have a drill here. The drill, I've just put a piece of tape on at about 1.5 inches. You don't want to go into the heartwood of the tree. You want to stay on that outer area. And so we'll come up here. I like to put mine on a slight angle. So if I take a look at it this way, instead of the drill being perfectly flat, just tip it down just a hair, and then we drill in. So I like to kind of pull it out a couple times, pull all the shavings out. And right away you'll start to see sap start coming out. So let's see if we can see any start to run here. I guess I lied. Oh, there it goes. So you already got the sap running out. So got a good tap. Take our tap up here, place it in the hole. Come on. Snug. And then try to do all this here one hand. It's not easy. Just take a mallet and set that tap in place. Not too far in, but you do want it to seal off really good so that you don't get dripping below the tap. That's it. I have these little bags that I've set up. These are water hauling bags for like camping and stuff. I just took the cap, drilled a hole that fits my tubing, and then you can see we've already got our sap running into the bag. Just like that. It's a pretty good flow on this. I might put 2 on this tree. It's big enough to handle it, so maybe one just around this other side here. That's tapping a tree. Now we're set up for boiling. Got a 3-burner propane. Probably gonna have to put a 40-gallon tank on this thing. It's gonna probably burn a lot of fuel. And then our stainless steel tank here with our tap. And I gotta get I just ordered a thermometer plug for this so we can check temperature. So hopefully tomorrow or Friday we'll get everything collected up and start to boil this down to syrup. And we'll get some video of that as well. We're running a little trial run on the next step in the process. This is our evaporator, and we have 5 gallons of sap in there right now. It's Friday night. I didn't want to get into a very long boil, so I just put 5 gallons in. We'll see how long it takes to take that down. Definitely a couple hours, but we'll see. We have our meter down here. This will measure the bricks of the syrup, tell us how much sugar's in it. And we have, let's see, I have 2 more of these. So I have 15 gallons. And then out in the trees right now, there's another probably 10 gallons. So we'll have about 25 gallons to do this weekend and see how it goes. So the process is really this simple. It's pour it all in this giant pan, monitor the temperature down there, and let it boil. Obviously, you don't want to walk away for too long a period of time. If it does boil off, you'll just have nothing but a burnt, bottom of syrup down here. So just stopping in once in a while to check on it. What we'll probably do is boil it tonight until I'm down to close to syrup, and then add another 5 gallons of sap, and then cover it for the night and leave it, and then begin boiling again tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. It's Saturday mid-morning, and all of the sap that we've collected is now in the evaporator, which amounted to about 30 gallons, I think. I didn't really go out this morning and get any. I'll probably do it at night. But we are in the home stretch now, so whatever's in this evaporator has to boil down to, I'm gonna get it down to about 3 gallons, I think, and then take it from here through a funnel that I'm gonna put over here, and through a filter. And we'll filter it into a pot, and then from there we'll take the evaporator off the stove, put the pot on the stove, and just have a more controlled finish of the syrup down to probably 3/4 of a gallon, something like that. So that's where we're at today. We're getting down to it now. Stopping my evaporating now so that I can pour this off through a filter into the pot. I want to be able to get some of the smaller fines that are in here out. So I guess this would be considered pre-filtering. So we'll pre-filter through here into the stock pot. We'll get the evaporator off the stove, and then I'll put that pot on a single burner just to finish off the syrup to the proper bricks, which this little guy down here, we just fill that up with the syrup, and this little glass, I guess I don't know what to call this, bricks meter, will float to the proper level, which I think is like around 60, 59, somewhere around there. So that's what we're doing now. It's gonna take a little while to filter it because it clogs up the filter pretty easily. But we should have some more clear syrup after this. We'll finish it, filter it again, bottle it. We've made it through filtering, and we're down to our final boil here. I don't know if there's 1.5 gallons left in there maybe, and hopefully once the sap is concentrated enough, we'll be left with maybe 1 gallon, maybe a little less. I thought less. Should get about 1 gallon out of 40 gallons of sap, and I don't think I had quite 40. I think I had about 30. And so we're just checking temperature with this thermometer, trying to get to about 218, 219 degrees, and then we'll know that we've got good maple syrup. We are also going to pour some off into our bricks meter there and see, or hydrometer, I guess I call it, and see what number we get there, trying to get close to that 60 mark. Boiling some jars over here just to sterilize them. So we'll see how this comes out. And finally, after many hours, we have maple syrup. It's looking pretty good. It's a little on the cloudy side. It should be filtered one more time, but my filter doesn't come till Monday, so we're gonna have cloudy maple syrup. Down here on the bricks, we're right at our red line. If you can see that line right there. It's on the other side, actually, there. So 59, and we're floating right at that. So we're good there. So we'll jar this now. I'll get these boiling again just so they're hot, and bring this up to temperature 190, and then we'll put them in the jars, and we'll have our maple syrup. And that's what we're left with at the end of the process. Yeah, definitely less than I thought it was gonna be. I guess I did overestimate how much sap we collected. It's probably 25 gallons, so still not bad. It is a little on the cloudy side. I did filter it once, but that was torture. And I only had coffee filters, so I'm gonna go get actual maple, syrup filters and the proper equipment. But pretty nice stuff. We'll see how it tastes when it cools down.